the station that's working for you. You're watching Fox 4 News at 5.
All right, it is the happiest sight a military family can ask for. Over 400 of Missouri's finest are home from deployment. That is first on Fox 4 at 5:30. It is a joy that's really hard to put into words.
It really is. A long tour of duty in the Middle East ends today as two military companies from the Show Me state receive a hero's welcome, making Pearl Harbor Day even more special. Fox 4's Sean McDowell is working for you live on the campus of Metropolitan Community College on Universal Drive with more. Sean?
Now I think I got it. Dominique, Pat, good evening. Apologies for the mic trouble there on my behalf. You know, they've missed a lot and they've been missed. Some really emotional moments this afternoon when two military planes landed today in the Show Me state. They brought home mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters who've been away for nearly a year. All of these folks came home. U.S. National Guardsmen serving overseas, and they've been serving the Stars and Stripes with no care for themselves. From the moment their boots stepped back onto familiar soil, Kansas City pride was there to welcome them home. Over 400 members of the 138th Infantry Regiment of the Missouri National Guard are home, having left 10 months ago for Qatar, where they boosted security for U.S. forces in the Middle East.
As the commander, I'm still a little bit in the commander mode.
The jubilation hasn't set in for Lieutenant Colonel Doug McConnell, a native of the Columbia, Missouri area. His unit flew from Qatar into El Paso, Texas, where a snowstorm threatened to prevent their return to Kansas City.
Getting home from overseas and seeing the families, especially at this time of year, is awesome. They hung in there and they're going to get Christmas with the family, so that's going to be great.
Serving their nation was a privilege soldiers such as Staff Sergeant Cody Hathaway cherishes. Since he's been away, Hathaway missed his little son's first steps, so hugs like this one are special.
It's very emotional. It's so hard getting good service over where we were at, so I had to look at him through a filtered lens for so long, and it's almost like, I mean, it's even hard for him to recognize me.
And the home front welcomed them home, too. Brian Graves is overjoyed to have his wife, Master Sergeant Cindra Graves, back home. Graves knows this life well after spending 20 years of his own serving in the U.S. Army.
It's hard, you know, when she's away, but you know, I know she's safe and doing the right things and taking care of soldiers, so that's what we sent her over there for.
Now, these soldiers will now enter the National Guard's Yellow Ribbon program. That's a special, shall we say, adjustment program that helps returning soldiers get realigned with stateside life. Some of those intricacies are something that those of us in the civilian world take for granted. Another battalion of Missouri National Guard personnel landed in the St. Louis area today, by the way. Lots of these folks returning from service overseas and just in time for the Christmas season. Sean McDowell, Fox 4 News.
Great story, Sean.